The first exercise is a jump squat with stabilization. So you want to make sure that as they're jumping, they're keeping their knees in line with their toes. Also, as they're jumping, you want to have them pushing their knees out. They should be landing lightly and not really thumping. You want to make sure that if they need to, in order to modify this, you could change up the the pace at which they're completing them. You want to make sure that there is that moment of stabilization at the end. You could also have them doing air squats without the jump if there is a problem and they need an exercise that is more low impact. You can modify the depth at which they are doing the squat, so the deeper that they go, the more difficult it's going to be. Squat jumps would be the strength aspect, and this would be something that is done repetitively at a medium tempo. They should be jumping and landing with their feet, knees, and hips aligned. You can modify this by also changing the depth at which they're going down as well as the tempo at which they are completing it. You can also add more weight to this by having them hold a dumbbell or something to make it a little bit heavier. The final stage is power, and for this one you would be doing skaters. These are explosive and you're going laterally from one foot to the other. It does not have to be fast. One of the things that you can modify on this is how far they are jumping. There's going to be a little bit of stabilization with this as well, and they need to make sure that they are landing softly. So for the stabilization phase of the box jump, you're looking at a box jump with stabilization. It's not done at a particularly fast pace. The main focus here is when they get on top of the box that they are taking that second to stabilize. In order to get down from the box, you can either do a step down or you could jump down and make sure that you're landing softly on your feet. If you were going to try to modify this into something that was low impact, you could do something like step-ups. That wouldn't be as demanding on the joints. If you increase the height of the box, that's going to make it more difficult. And if you decrease it, it's going to make it less difficult. Box jump step overs would be the next one for strength. So it would be the same thing, going down, exploding up, jumping onto the box, landing softly on the front of your foot, the ball of your foot, and then stepping off to the side. You can change the height of the box. You can change the tempo at which you are jumping. So faster if you are trying to make it more difficult, slower if you are trying to slow it down. It should be done in a medium tempo. And the dismount can be off to the side. It could be that you step over, or it could be that you jump down. For power, we would do a box jump for height. This is more explosive and quick. It's not something you're doing for time. If you want to make it more difficult, you would be adding weight or making the height of the box higher.